The Panthers are charging on a 9-game winning streak, but coach Ivan Cleary insists the real challenges are still to come. The Premiers face the competition's top 3 teams in consecutive weeks, starting with the Storm in a Thursday night showstopper.
They're 2 of this century's superpowers, the Panthers and the Storm, the fiercest of rivals. But you won't hear Ivan boasting.
Luckily, we've got ourselves into some sort of form, so yeah, I can maybe give them something to play against this week.
Cleary doesn't hide his admiration for the Storm.
My entire coaching career has been looking up to them, really. They've always set the bar or there or thereabouts, and yeah, no different this year.
Even though you've won the last 4 straight, you still look up to them?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, their record's just unrivaled in terms of how long they've been, like a top 4 team.
The Panthers have won 9 straight, but face the Storm, Raiders and Bulldogs in the next 3 weeks.
We haven't arrived where we are today worrying about the future too much, so I think it's important that we continue down that road. Just worry about preparing as best we can.
Cleary knows that Origin rivals Brian To'o and Xavier Coates will play a big part in Thursday night's game. The rule around tackling in the air has earned Ivan's ire.
It's all about player safety, that rule. That's why it was brought in. I think some of the ones you've seen have got nothing to do with safety. So I think there's just a little bit of common sense needed in and around that rule.
Would you actually like it to change now?
Yeah, I would, yeah. That's, as I said, I just think, the reason the rule was brought in is not really it's being interpreted as at the moment. So, or certainly in a couple of instances that I've seen.
And once again, the Panthers are without Isaiah Yeo. His shoulder injury still a mystery to outsiders.
I'm comfortable, confident that he'll be back. I just don't know when. So yeah, at the end of the day, he's probably the one guy who's never had a rest in 5 years, really. So maybe it's funny how these things work out. Maybe the rest might do him some good.
Danny Weidler, 9 News.
The Sharks admit they had an attitude problem in their shock loss to the Dragons, but they insist it can be fixed as they fight for a spot in the finals. Today, Cronulla revealed another setback, a key outside back ruled out for the rest of the regular season.
Constantly battered and bruised, Cameron McInnes is fearless on the footy field, but when Shark Park turns into a supercross track this October, he'll only be spectating.
I'll never be seen ever doing that. No way.
The Shark skipper says his men needed a rev up, but not a full-on spray from Coach Craig Fitzgibbon after their loss to the Dragons.
We had accountability for sure, and there's no sugarcoating anything. We're all men too, and he doesn't need to yell and scream. We demand more of each other, of ourselves.
McInnes admitting their attitude was off, but insists they'll get back on track.
It's the application to what a game of footy requires. It doesn't mean you don't go out there with your full heart in it. It's not enough just to turn up and try and play footy. You need to go after the right areas.
Centre Jesse Ramian will miss the rest of the regular season with a thumb injury in a blow to Cronulla's finals tilt. Fullback Connor Tracy has been named on the Bulldogs extended bench for their clash with the Roosters, who don't want Spencer Leniu to curb his aggression.
I feel like that's their job to sort of set that tone in defence and attack and come on, let's tango sort of mentality, and you get that from Spen every week.
The Firebrand's explosive performance against the Dolphins, inspiring their push for a top 8 finish.
So that's what got me startled, because I haven't seen someone shape up on a footy field in a while, so it's awesome when you play alongside someone like that, because you know that they're going to give their all for you and makes you want to give your all for them.
Nicole Dunn, 9 News.
Good evening. One of the Broncos' greatest ever 5/8s is endorsing Billy Walters' shift to number 6, explaining why he believes it'll pay instant dividends for Brisbane. Meanwhile, the Dolphins have recalled a premiership-winning forward to bolster their pack for the Battle of Brisbane.
Walking the finals tightrope, an all too familiar feeling for the Finns, hoping it'll be third time lucky after fading out of finals contention the past 2 years.
Don't want to think about just missing out again. Hopefully we can win the next couple and we'll sweep.
Their costly rumble with the Roosters a reminder to keep emotions in check in Saturday's high-stakes Battle of Brisbane.
There's no point winning the fight or trying to win the fight if you're not going to win the game of footy, and obviously every team, and especially every forward pack's trying to assert their dominance over the other team, because it goes a long way to winning the game of footy, but getting all fired up and trying to put big hits on and start fights or stick up for mates and run in and whatnot if you're not going to win the game of footy.
Another forward reshuffle has Kenny Bromwich replacing the suspended Francis Molo, with Trey Fuller training at fullback today and Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow in the centres. There could be more changes to come. The Broncos injury-forced alterations see Josiah Karapani, Corey Pakes and Tyson Smoothie recalled, and Ben Hunt and Billy Walters, the new halves pairing, one of the Broncos' greatest ever 5/8, endorsing Walters' shift to 6.
I think what I've liked about him is he's been thinking run first. And I think, he's like, that's Ezra's game, right? So Ben has to manage the team around the park, get his kicking game in order, bring Reece into the game, but then Billy can just focus on getting his running game right.
We can't really look at who they got out because, I know the guys that are going to come in are going to want to make a statement and take their opportunity.
Adam Jackson, 9 News.
Tino Fa'asuamala-Awi is ready to return from a knee injury. The Titans skipper named to meet the Sharks on Saturday. How long he stays on the Gold Coast is still unclear. Teammates joking they could benefit if their chief enforcer is lured away by a better offer from a rival club.
Look, if he goes, some of us might get a little bit of an upgrade of a paycheck. But look, I personally would like him to stay.
Keanu Kinney also in line to make his NRL comeback for the Titans this weekend, named on an extended bench after making a successful return from neck surgery in the Queensland Cup.